It's the start of a new week for me in this video, and so that means getting things ready, food and my home in particular, for what the week has in store. First off on the docket is my sourdough bread making. I am measuring it out in grams this time, not just in cups, so that I get it right, because I'm using einkorn flour and I've often found that it just stays so runny if I just go with 8 cups it calls for. So I am measuring it out in my bowl on the scale so I can get it a little more perfected, if you can get there. Anyways, it's a beautiful sunny day, a little chilly, so we are doing a lot more inside, but I'm reheating my Americano for the day and then getting rolling on some more kitchen tasks. So join me for a little bit of what today brings. You've seen something similar like this before, and we are making a pear sauce bread. I am having my little girls help me this time because yes, it takes longer. Yes, it's a lot messier, but I have learned if I invite them into my space, they will want to be part of it. And they love showing dad or other people who come over, hey, I made this pear sauce bread or applesauce bread. And I get to share that with people who come over. So having those little ones help and be part of that is wonderful. Onto the granola. So these things you've seen me make before, these recipes, they're on my blog, but my granola recipe and my the sourdough applesauce bread, it was a little different recipe this time, is on my blog as well. But I'm having the kiddos help me again, and they just really wanted to be in the kitchen, and then I got to be in their world with building with some magnet tiles. It's so fun to just see what their little minds think of, what they want. Oftentimes it's something different than what you would expect. And then doing just a little schooling, reading some Bible stories from their Sunday school lesson from the last Sunday that they were in Sunday school, and enjoying a little bit of a snack with this pear sauce bread as well. All right, getting the kitchen fulfilled again with adding some of the meat for the week. Pulling out some things from our deep freeze in our garage, a whole chicken, some pork chops, and then what else? Oh, for supper tonight, we are having some beef stroganoff with deer tenderloin though. So that is thawing in the sink. But I like to be prepared with meat thawed in my fridge. And then I thought, why not, when I was in the deep freeze, grab some mixed berries, frozen mixed berries, and make a beautiful mixed berry crisp for supper this evening. I did use einkorn flour for the top and in the berries to thicken it. You can use white flour, whole wheat flour. It works pretty well either way. But this recipe is over on my blog for a rustic apple crisp. I pretty much do everything the same. So you're not really missing out on the recipe process if you do go look over on my blog. But what a beautiful crisp with those bright berries. So I'm now prepping our supper, and it's during the nap time. I do this or work on a video or rest or just enjoy the outdoors or whatever I feel like doing. But today I needed to prep supper because we were going to go outdoors later. And so I'm just adding some mushrooms and then onion, getting the deer tenderloin processed and cut up as well so I can get that all sauteed and in the pan. This really works for me, having a Monday reset basically, or Sunday sometimes, but most of the time I like to take my day of rest on Sunday. So I'll do a lot of this on Mondays and just make sure my kitchen and my home is prepared for the week. And today you're really mainly seeing the kitchen because I did do a bunch of laundry, but you didn't see me do that all because you don't need to see me do all the laundry. Everybody knows what laundry is like. So anyways, for this recipe, I am doing some chicken broth, homemade chicken broth, adding some Worcestershire to it and putting it in the pan. And then, of course, it will be served over some noodles. So now this is obviously closer to supper time because I wouldn't prepare it this much in advance for eating. But then adding some sour cream to it to make it really creamy and delicious. And we just had some frozen peas alongside of it. And it was just a very simple, quick, easy meal. If you didn't recognize the hymn, it was Sweet By and By. On the following day, my ladies group from church and I were going to be singing at the nursing home and doing a little program. So I wanted to have a few hymns prepared so I could play as well. But this is my Monday and a reset day and kind of just preparing for the week. There's lots of things that we need to do as homemakers to prepare for the week. Getting homeschool stuff ready if you're a homeschooler, getting the home ready, getting the food ready, just getting our minds ready too. And so lots of things I like to do. Jot down what I'm doing for the whole week in my planner, get my meal plan semi-figured out, just really think about what I need to do for the week. And that just sets us up as homemakers for a successful time as a mama and a homemaker. So here I am making homemade sauerkraut. That won't be done for the week. Takes me usually leave it on my counter for about 10 to 13 days or so, and then refrigerate it after. But I like just having those homemade things ready for when it's time to eat them, and fermenting foods is a great way, as you know, because I love sourdough. All right, there's that beautiful berry crisp. I'm dishing up my kids', so a little bit smaller portion. And my husband over the weekend had made some homemade vanilla ice cream with our raw milk. And so having a little bit of that on top, and it was just so delicious. Like the berries just hit the spot. And there is my bread. The dough was so much easier to work with this time since I weighed it out, and it just turned out beautifully. I didn't end up getting footage of it after, but it's just a great reminder to us that you need to practice, trial and error. As homemakers, we don't get it right all the time. Then after everyone has gone to bed, my husband and I did all our loads of laundry, folding them and visiting. So anyways, hope you enjoyed just coming along on this day of homemaking and getting my home ready for the week.